Hello everyone! Welcome back to the series tutorial of the secondary development of Swings engine. We have briefly introduced the Wings engine, some components in the Wings engine. Today, we will introduce our Wings engine. If you want to transplant an existing GS ready-made project to the Wings engine, how can we do it? Such a migration. If you are familiar with the Wings engine, should know that Wings engine in the entire development of Seasons has been very mature. We can check it on our official website. We have made a significant upgrade. The effect. We have made a significant upgrade. Look here. We first added an air perspective. You can see the air perspective, which is the effect of fog in the atmosphere. We also added volume clouds. And we have high index fog, and so on. We also have built-in weather. And these. What's better is that we not only directly upgrade the entire system, but also directly support the native code of system. Native code. Just copy it in and make some minor changes, and it will take effect directly. So if you have old projects was written in Cesium JS, you can directly migrate it and directly enjoy this perspective upgrade. So today, let's take a look at how to migrate it. Okay, let's open our software. In the new project, we can see this one. We select 3D geographic information, 3D sacrificial. We have an integrated development called Cesium GIS. We selected it, and then click Create Project, HMM. Here we will give you an example. Using this example, let's change the entire the code of CC. In this example, we can see in our System 3 unlocking a standard example. Let's take a look at this code, where the secondary development code is located. We double-click to enter launching. We enter the editing of the entire project. Note that our secondary development code of Seasons are all mounted on the sacrificial layer. In this position, in our previous versions, might be mounted on the scene or the spasm. In our latest version, are all mounted on the sacrificial layer. So don't get confused. We click on the sacrifice layer and then see the code here. We can see the code file that we have already mounted. If you use the newly created blank sacrificial project, or the blank sacrificial project we newly created, or the blank twin project we newly created. After you have the G layer, you can directly mount it. We've already mounted it here. I suggest you use our project to do it, because this project has many main camera And the dots adaptive, I've set them all for you, so it's easier. Okay, let's go back to the base layer. We see our code. Then we click Edit. Okay, now we've opened this. The secondary development code. We can see that in this code. Actually, in the entire extension before us. In the init method, we've written a lot of code, except for the first line. The others are the native codes in the 3. That is to say, you only need to modify the first line of code to transplant it. And you can transplant it. Let's see what our first sentence is. Our first sentence is on this .element. To get a mounted instance, there are 2 results. One is the entire season object. Our season, because it has many classes, are all attached to the season. This class, which is equivalent to this namespace. The second one is viewer, which is our own scene viewer. We can see the next sentence. See viewer, point, scene, glow. This is the original interface of the scene. Okay, now let's change the whole thing. Let's change to a scene cost things. Let's open the previous one. Three-part cinema. Let's pick one from it. This is what I picked. You can also choose other ones. But be careful. That is because cinema often has some new features, such as the one here. 3D tiles, high God splatting, right? This is the latest version of cinema. We will be compatible with it later. Of course, our box is already compatible with this 3D tiles and Gaussian splatting slices, but the current version of the Wings engine itself. The current version still does not support this, because this is the latest version. So when you choose some relatively older projects. Of course, if you see this video, when you watch this video, it may already support it. Okay, let's select this one first. Let's take a look. The one we selected before is this. This is the project. The project we selected before is this one. We can compare these 2 projects with the code in our 2 opens. The code inside. We can see that the first sentence, it directly creates a new season viewer. Well, we directly get the instance. Except for the first sentence. The rest of the sentences, just copy it from here to the end and paste it in. Okay, let's just use this one. This point cloud. This project. Okay, we do the same. For the first sentence, we can create it directly. We can't create it directly here. There is a train here, right? It's called far more the train. This is directly set in our Wings engine, so we don't support setting it in the code. The rest, we can directly copy it from here and paste it to the end, Ctrl Shift. Let's open our project. Please note that don't touch the first sentence. We start from the next sentence to the bottom. Of course, everyone should note that this must be placed in our. In the in-need method, everyone must not delete this. The closing brace at the end. We paste it like this and then correct our tabs. Correct the tab. We saved it. After saving, we open our software. We'd better refresh it. After refreshing, this still hasn't changed. This one has been directly moved. Has been moved. That's very good. If this thing hasn't changed for you, you can close it and open it again. Okay, as I said before, because we don't have global images, so we can see this one doesn't look like the one in Cesium. Seems to be different. This, because our global image is added manually. In the same way, we can set it here. Let's click it. Okay, here I want to. Let me say it again. That is to say, because of the season itself, we can see that this has already been the same as ours. Is exactly the same as in Season 3 Castle